How can I get better at photography? This is a question that often gets thrown my way. People ask me to react or review their photos, and I get asked this question as if there's one simple answer. Whilst I don't think there is just one thing that you can do that will make all of your work suddenly so much better, I do think there is one practice that you can do that will influence how much better you get. No, I'm not talking in riddles. The one practice that I'm on about is literally just practice, because by practicing every single day or every week or even as often as possible, this is literally the best way for you to get better, and it's the best principle to follow. The question really is how can I find ways to practice all the time, and what kind of stuff can I do that will enable me to get better? This part, in my opinion, is the fun part, because this is where you go, hey, you know what? I love doing photography. I want to get better at it. How can I find interesting, fun ways to continually do more of it? And this is what it comes down to. How passionate are you about it? How much do you want to do it? And what kind of stuff can you find that's fun to shoot? This video right now is essentially like my practice. It's given me an excuse and a reason to grab my camera gear, to head out somewhere and to start being creative, because it's your creativity that you need to practice. Obviously, you need to learn how your camera works, you need to learn the settings, but ultimately it comes down to your creative mind, how you can look at something that isn't interesting and make it into something that is interesting. So that's kind of what I'm doing now. I'm trying to make an interesting video, probably not working. I haven't just come here to talk. I actually thought I would take this opportunity to practice doing some self-portraiture, trying to take some cool photos in this place. And it's really difficult. I've got no one else with me. I've literally got my camera, my tripod, and the stuff in my backpack. That's it. So that's going to be the challenge, and this is how I'm going to practice this week to explore my creativity. All right, let's pick you up. I've got absolutely no idea how close this is right now. My arm is fully extended, but I'm currently looking for something cool to take a photo with. And I'm thinking, I don't know if you can see that, but there's kind of like this cool little wooden den shack thing that someone's made. That could be my first photo. So I'm bringing my camera, lining it up, trying to look for an angle that might be interesting. So maybe if I come a little bit closer, stick the camera here with that tree to the side, that could actually be my first photo right there. This might be incredibly obvious to some people, but you're going to want to make sure you take more footage than you need. So I've actually got my iPhone down there, I've got my main camera up there, I'm recording the audio, trying to make sure that I cover all the angles, because when you're taking video footage of what you're doing, if you don't record everything, you're going to end up with massive gaps in the storyline, and that's something else that I need to get better at. So this practice is actually going to be good for me. I need to find my light bar, which is here. So this should hopefully be able to add a nice creative light to the photo, possibly. It might not work that well, or it might look awesome, but oh, I've dropped it, but I guess we'll find out. So I'm thinking if I put it somewhere like that, maybe either somewhere like that or somewhere like that. Let's go see what this looks like on the camera. So I'm actually thinking that looks quite cool, you know, if I make it a bit darker later. That could work quite well. Let's give it a go. I'm going to change from video to manual mode. I'm going to put my ISO down just to start with. Actually, no, I'm going to put my ISO up, sorry. And I'm going to change my aperture to maybe f6. I've got to do a timer. So if I select a focus area, I think that those tree trunks are about in the same line that I'm going to be in. So if I select and focus on them, now that they're focused, I'm going to switch my camera to manual focus so it can't refocus. Put a timer on. So that's going to be like that. Now I'm going to move that. I'm going to take the photo and I'm going to run and stand in front, and we can see what this looks like. let's give it a go. We're literally just striking a pose right now, looking really stupid. Right, that should have done it. Let's go back and see what the results look like. That is actually really, really cool. Let's go. So we now know that we've got one photo that's sorted. And that's how you want to do this. See it almost as if you can get one photo, you're set. Now everything else I do is just going to be chilled out. I don't need to stress about it. I've got a video, I've got one good photo, and this is when the creativity just starts to flow, because there's now no pressure. It's just about having a good time, having fun, and making content. Let's try and take another couple of photos. Right, that's now in there. Something else that might be worth me mentioning, opportunities can often come from exposure. So by putting content out there, you're exposing yourself and getting your name out there. If the right person sees your content at the right time, they can have a cool car that they might want you to shoot, or they might have a business, or there might be something good going on that you can get involved in. But if people don't know you exist, then you're not going to get the invitation. So by making this content right now, I've got Instagram posts to go up, hopefully, with some cool photos. I've got a YouTube video that I can put out. I've also got daily reels that I could put up onto Instagram and hopefully channel more people to the YouTube and maybe even back to my feed. So there's many different benefits from making this YouTube content. And then hopefully eventually I can even monetize these videos and make it into a business that way as well. So if you're right at the beginning, like me, and you're trying to get better at doing it, just do it. That's literally it. Do it, get behind the camera, get in front of the camera, take photos, make videos, post the content, do it again. Rinse and repeat. I actually had this problem where I didn't want to put content out if I felt like it didn't live up to my expectations. And I set really high expectations for myself when it came to my YouTube videos. The kind of expectations that I could never really fulfill. And I actually ended up getting stuck editing a video for about 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks. I didn't post a video because I was just editing it, and I don't know, I wasn't happy with the results. And Hamish kept telling me, he's like, mate, when you put that video out, you know, I haven't seen it yet. When are you posting it? Just hurry up, post it, get on to the next thing. And I got stuck in this loop. And I think if he hadn't kind of like given me that kind of like that kick to just put it out there and move on, I'd probably still be editing that stupid video now. And instead, I've actually gone and done so much more stuff since that video because I just did it, put it behind me, moved on to the next one. Before we wrap up this video, let's just see if we can get another couple of photos, because I want to have something cool to put onto Instagram to hopefully grab people's attention. Those are the last couple of photos I've taken. I'm gonna have a couple of extra photos of the behind the scenes on my Instagram. So if you've just seen this through YouTube, go check out my Instagram. I'll leave a link down below. Go have a look at the photos. Let me know what you think of them, because hopefully they're gonna turn out pretty cool once I got home and edited them up. I'm gonna wrap up the video there. So if you've watched it this far into the video, my final takeaway is gonna be enjoy it and make content as often as you possibly can. Because if you're enjoying it, it's never truly work. And the more of it you do, the better you're gonna get. If you've watched it this far into this video, thank you very much. Don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button. Let's try and get to 100 subscribers soon. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.